All right, guys. So the apartment that you guys are looking at right now is the Casa Loma Apartments. These are the apartments that the boys lived in before they moved to California City. Here on this video, you are going to get a neighbor's statement. And the neighbor had a lot to say. Mainly, the boys never were allowed to come outside to play. We hardly ever seen them. And there was times when they left this way instead of going towards the front parking lot. They avoided people. They never really were too friendly to any other neighbors. Different things like that. Which leads me to believe that if this guy was acting that way at the apartment complex, refusing to let the kids go outside and play with other kids, there's no way in hell he's going to allow those kids to go into the backyard at the house in California City. Like he claims he did. They were playing with chalk, remember? But, yeah. I'm going to let you guys get to the video now. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Yeah, hopefully we could get somebody to come out and maybe talk to us, a manager or someone. The guy that just walked into there, he ended up recognizing us, and he said what's up, and someone else just got here.
Multiple numbers listed under.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like 106 or something like that, or?
Let me stop this. I know I sent you guys some yesterday on your channel. Don't know if you got it.
I don't know. I get so many messages.
That's what I was thinking. Like, when you get so many.
Did you send it to Messenger or Facebook or no?
No, I didn't. I sent it on your guys' video. I sent a couple different ones that they have.
What was your name?
Misty.
Misty, nice to meet you. I'm Maybe. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so this is what I have as far as, I don't know if you can see.
Oh, yeah.
Apartment 116.
116.
I believe apartment 100 comes up. Then I got the Potomac, Edmonton, but then also Triana Avenue. These are mostly apartments, except for Potomac is not an apartment. And that's the only one actually that I know of.
Do you know where Hagman Street is?
Hagman?
Hagman or something like that?
Yeah, Hagman is off of, actually, if you run down this street, it's all the way down, you'll run into Hagman.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where we're going to go
That's
next.
Across town.
Yeah, we have someone who said that supposedly that they might be buried over there.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I know you guys said you're going to meet with somebody here that had some information.
Yeah, I've called her like 3 times, no answer yet.
Yeah, see, I tried to get, my son's family actually lived here. They don't know more. So I was hoping they could let us in. But,
yeah, that would be awesome.
But I don't know how much we could do. I mean, you know.
You could at least, talk to people.
I'm sure we could get in right now. We could just ask them and they'll let you right in.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Let's try it.
They can still real friendly. They'll let you right in.
All right, guys, so we're going to see if we could walk inside.
Yeah, I just have a Facebook group that I keep updated on it. Birthday parties and stuff. And this is a park area. Different from when they used to have it. Do you remember the apartment number 13? 116?
116?
116, I remember that.
Yeah, I think I heard 116 and 106.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones, which is weird. And I don't know if their whole family lived in here because A lot of different family members also pop up at this address with different apartments.
The West families?
Yeah.
Really? I don't think it's even on. Is it on?
Oh. Oh, it was. You know what? My memory's really low. That's probably what.
Oh, shoot.
I was trying to keep the other phone, but 204, 104, 103.
All right, guys. So here's the parking space for 116. Hello. All right, so 116. Do we know for sure if it's 116 or?
You already know what we're talking about? Yeah. Okay, so this is a 3-bedroom. Yeah. Okay. How long have you lived here?
Did you ever see them?
I do remember them. But I don't want to come out and
How many kids do you remember?
I think 3.
Just 3.
They never really came out, so I don't know.
They never really came out?
No.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's right in here?
Yeah, it's a bottom one right here.
Is somebody living here now or?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right.
I'm pretty sure they can't, but if there's a chance that they could release how many kids were listed on, you know, when you sign a lease, you have to say how many kids are in there.
Right.
I'm wondering if they could give that information out as well as a time frame. How long did they live here? I'm not sure. I know there's cameras all over this place.
There you go. There
Used
is.
to be. Now I haven't been back over here since 2011, so it's been a long time. But I don't know if they're allowed to give that information out, or if they're going to be willing to give it out.
You guys are those Facebook people?
Facebook, YouTube, something like that. How you doing, bro?
Man, we're doing good.
I'm AB. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You guys are here about...
Yeah, of course.
That's crazy, man. That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and my wife, we've been living here for like 4 years, and we would kind of see them around. They would come around. They were really quiet people. They didn't socialize with nobody. Like usually all the neighborhood people, they kind of, when they see each other, they, say hi.
Yeah,
and whatnot,
greet,
but
so, right.
They're really quiet people, yeah.
How many kids do you remember seeing?
I think it was like three or four kids.
Did you ever see the boys that came missing?
We did, but it was usually, honestly, the interactions that they would have with people, it was always really quick. Like when we would be coming, they would either run out that way, or they would, like, if they were coming in, they would just come in hella fast and just go into their apartments. They wouldn't really talk too much,
So they would go this way?
Yeah, they had their parking spot right here, but I don't know why they would park back there. The guy used to drive like a big, long white van, and they would always park back there. They would just, as soon as, like I said, when we would come out sometimes, if they were to see us, they would kind of either backtrack, kind of back into the apartment, or if we would come out, they would kind of try to rush out that way. But
The van, was it an older van? Because they own 2 white vans.
I want to say it looked kind of like a more newer
Okay.
style van. I believe it had like tinted windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time frame that they lived here by any chance?
I don't, just because, like I said, our interactions were very minimal. But I do know that for at least, like, they probably moved out, I want to say maybe about 6 months ago. 6 months ago, yes,
Okay.
somewhere around there. I'm not exactly sure on the time frame, but as far as long as we moved in here, I've always kind of remembered them being down here.
Okay. Yeah, because we're hearing they moved, I believe, September.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I know, I'm not exactly, like I said, I'm not sure on the time frame, just but I do know that they moved somewhere around like 6 months ago, somewhere around there,
Other than the fast moving behavior, did you notice anything strange with the kids, or
well, they would never come out.
but like when you did see them when they were rushing in, did they look like they were in like?
I can't say that they looked like they were being harmed or anything like that.
No.
They were very quiet, very quiet. All the neighborhood kids from out here, they always come out and play, but they would, stay inside, and you would always hear them like kind of talk through the window. They would kind of talk to the kids. We would walk by and hey guys, like stuff like that, but you would never see them come out and socialize with everybody.
Yeah, it sucks.
And you, for sure, you remember the 2 little ones?
Yeah, I mean, I remember them. I remember it was the dude, because he always used to walk out here with a stick, and I remember because I always thought that he was into martial arts and stuff like that. So I always used to see him. I remember the female also; she was very quiet as well. And then I remember 2 or 3 boys. I think there was an older one, and then the 2 little ones that went missing. I think I'm not 100% on that. And then some lady used to come by and see them, visit them, and she would park in their parking spot. But
You remember what she looked like?
I don't. I just know she used to drive, I think, like a blue car.
Was she elderly?
She was elderly, yes.
His mom.
Yeah.
Probably his mom.
The biological?
His,
I think
the
so.
doctor's dad's biological mom.
Oh.
That's who they were on vacation with, I guess, right? The other
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you don't remember 6 kids here?
6 kids, no. No, not 6 kids. Like I said, I think I would remember at the most, I think it was like 3 that I seen.
Yeah.
And there was one that looked like maybe like he was like 7 years old, 8 years old, something older, and then the 2 younger ones. I remember the 2 younger ones, but no, I don't think I've ever seen 6 kids with them all at one time.
It's kind of weird how they would take off and go around.
I mean, honestly, it's like I can't. They were. I guess you could say they're a little off. I mean, I don't want to down talk on the family because I didn't know them like that.
Yeah.
But just the way that they kind of were, their characteristics, I guess you could say, they did seem a little off.
What about the stick that you said you always used to see him?
It's just because I always figured that he would do martial arts because he was
kind of
kind
stick was
he
it?
looked like a little fit guy, and it was like a brown stick that he used to walk around with. But he would just, like I said, he would walk around here, and then like I just assumed it was martial arts because he was always kind of spinning it. It was just a wooden stick, you know.
You ever hear any like commotion down here at all?
No,
Besides
honestly,
the quietness?
no. Other than the quietness, no. Like my what's it called? We would always I work for this company and they distribute juices sometimes. So I used to bring boxes of juices and I always distribute it between all the neighbors. And
Nice.
I would send my daughter out to give it to them, and you know she would knock on the door and they wouldn't open the door. They would just look through the people and they'd be like, "No, thank you." And my daughter would be like, "Oh, we got juices for you." "No, it's okay. No, thank you. We don't want them." And
They would never open the door?
that's
Wow.
not, you know, only one time I caught him out here, and I told him, I was like, "Hey man, I got some juices. Like, if you guys want some." And he's like, "Oh yeah, like I'll take a box for sure." And he took it. And then that was like the only time. Other than that, our interactions were always really quick. Like he would just be walking out, he would just, "Hey, what's up, brother?" And then I was, "Oh, hey, what's going on?" And then boom, right back inside. And
Right.
yeah, they were just very quiet people. Like I said, they never really talked to anybody. You know, like people come out here, the neighbor from in front, people downstairs. You know, we socialize. People from this side, we socialize. But they were just always just in and out, in and out. And the times that I would try to socialize was very, very short. Like he would just kind of cut it off and just go about his way. You know.
All right.
You know.
Right on, man. We appreciate
Yeah,
you
appreciate it,
coming
bro.
out and
Yeah,
Thank you,
listen,
man.
Anything. I mean, we live in 215, so if you guys
Cool.
have any questions or anything that we can help,
Yeah,
with,
for
we're
sure, bro.
always more than happy to help.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have some luck, man.
Was that the window they would come to? Or
Well, they would talk. Yeah, they would. You know.
all 3 of them is...
I think it's all 3. Yeah, all
Yeah?
3 of them. And like I said, sometimes the windows would be cracked, so when we would walk by, they would talk. Like they would just say little random things. But that's pretty much it, you know.
Okay.
This is their patio. That would be their patio.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate it, bro.
You're allowed the kids to play right here than outside, right? No.
Not from like I said, not from the amount of time that we lived here. My daughter, she's always came out. My son, he comes out now, and there's always a bunch of neighborhood kids that hang out here, and they just would never come out. They would never come out. Very quiet people.
What did you think when you saw the news and you saw his face there?
Well, honestly, we didn't find out till kind of more recent, I guess you could say, because I had heard about it. I started watching when that big old search group was right here in front of the apartments, and I started watching it through that Facebook channel. And I was just kind of like, I remember I mentioned it to my wife, and I told her, I was like, "That's crazy. The 2 kids went missing." From here, I was like, "That's you know, that's crazy." But I didn't know who it was, and then I was talking to somebody from the neighborhood, and then she told me that it was, you know, the 2 little boys from here, and that's when it kind of threw me off. And then we got curious and we started looking it up, and we found the video on YouTube, and that's kind of how we found out that it was them. You know, I had heard about the story, but I just didn't know who it was.
So you seen the interview, and then you seen the one... Did you see the one where he lied, bro?
No.
So he gave the interview, but his actions of what he did that night didn't match up to the interview at all.
We just saw one interview that was he was talking about how they had went missing, and that I guess that they went out and they were trying to start a fire or something like that, or
firewood
wood up like that, and that they left the door open, and that he went inside, and when he came back out, they were gone.
That behavior
big old lie.
seen in the video is that type of like common behavior.
Well, honestly, what I saw in the video, that's the most I ever seen from them. 'Cause like I said, they were really quiet.
He only seen the interview. He didn't see the actual one where he was in the backyard and freaking.
Right.
No,
He didn't even look. He
No,
didn't even
I'm
look
saying,
for them, bro.
Like the in person, like seeing them on the media talking about.
I guess you could say that's kind of how they were, like in
Kinda strange
in life. They were
in a
just
way.
they were just very quiet, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, we would literally run into each other and I'd be, hey man, what's going on? Like, and he was just, hey, what's going on? And just boom, dart out of there, you know, kind of try to avoid the situation. Yeah.
You said a lady that would come, her car was blue.
I believe so. It was blue, right? It was like a blue Corolla, I think it was, or like a Geo Storm or something like that. It was a blue older car, yeah.
Other than her, were there any other visitors common, like, constantly?
Not that I can remember though.
Cool.
They ever let them come play in the patio?
Yeah. Not that we saw. No, honestly, we like the times that we would see them is like literally a blink of an eye. They're either going out to school or they were coming back in, and that would just be it. The rest of the afternoon, the rest of the evening, we wouldn't see them. Sometimes we would go days, sometimes weeks without seeing them. And honestly, they're so quiet that when they moved out, I didn't even know that they had moved out. I noticed it because when we walked down one day, I just saw the whole thing was empty, and I was like, I told my wife, I was like, the downstairs apartment's empty. I go, the people must have left. She was like, well, we didn't, because like I said, everybody talks to everybody, you know. And sometimes you see people moving in, you know, other people, they offer a hand, you know. You see people coming in, hey, how are you doing? And, you know, say hi to them, whatever, short conversation. But with them, everything was just always, everything was quick. Everything was quick, and you never see them. When they left, I didn't know they had left. You know, that's how quiet they are. I didn't see them move. I didn't honestly even see them move anything out. It was just, like for me, it was just one day they were here, and then the next thing I know, they were gone.
And it was just them and the kids living in the apartment that you know of?
From what I know, yes, just the adoptive parents, the mom, the dad, and the 2 or 3 kids.
Okay. Because the family, when you look it up, the family all seems to be associated with the complex.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like different measures that pop up. Unit numbers. I was wondering if the grandma lived in here. You know what I mean? 'Cause it shows the grandma, her husband, and son all associated too.
That's interesting. No, I like I said, I didn't know. I do know that some people here have family, but again, just because the people here, they communicate, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I talked to my neighbors across, I talked to the neighbors below, you know, the people in this complex, but just
They didn't even let them come out to play.
They were just very quiet, you know. So I would never even talk to them. I didn't even know they had family in here.
Wow. All right, guys. So now you just heard it from the next door neighbor who lived directly on top of the West family. You guys just heard everything he said about the boys not being able to come outside to play, how the boys should just be in the window looking at the other kids playing. I think that's really jacked up. You have to ask yourself this question though. If he treated them that way at this apartment complex, not letting them come outside to play, not letting them do anything at all, then he most likely did the same thing over there in California City, if they even made it to California City. And that's why you have the neighbors saying they never seen or heard kids outside ever. So yeah, that's just something to think about. You guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. And tomorrow is going to be a brand new day of searching. So you guys have a good night. And thank you guys for tuning in. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the notification bell to all notifications for you will not miss an update. AB Watchman, and you're watching United We Stand.